True love is steady.
We've been married for 34 years.
For Greg Gerhardt and his wife Elizabeth, steady has been tested over a long time.
And we were in the same second and third grade class together.
I didn't remember him.
She was one of the leaders of the girls against the boys.
That was in the 50s. After high school, they became one team. Greg and Elizabeth eventually got married.
It was all downhill from there.
A perfect life. They bought a car dealership, raised 2 boys. They were happy. Then, a twitch in one of Greg's fingers.
It was a pinky twitch.
Then 7 years ago, a neurologist confirmed their greatest fear.
And to hear this physician say, well, your husband has Parkinson's disease, it hit you in the face, yeah. I was crying.
It changed everything, and time suddenly had a different meaning. They retired to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Still, the tremors got worse.
With Parkinson's, you never really escape it.
So now, another move.
Right in front of the couch is fine.
This time to Denver. It's just for a few weeks for Greg's brain surgery.
Perfect.
They are staying with their son Grant, who goes to medical school.
Shouldn't feel like high school too much living with the parents.
They promised him
This'll work.
it would only be for a short while. Say ah. But this few weeks could change everything. Greg will have DBS, or deep brain stimulation surgery, at the University of Colorado Hospital. Neurologists will perform the surgery all while he's awake. The goal is to stop his tremors.
And stop. Nice job.
With the surgery getting
Say
closer,
buttercup, buttercup.
it's all about tests. They are testing his speech,
Stop. Good. You make big taps for me.
coordination,
And I'm going to move around on you.
and mobility.
And big circles.
Every patient is different, and there's still no way to know if it will work.
Yeah, and then just through that last little hole. There you go.
With Greg's brain surgery just days away, there's uncertainty out there. The entire family comes together to celebrate life as they know it.
My brother's always trying to make us be active. I'd probably opt for brunch.
His older son, Stephen, a doctor, knows there are risks.
With all these things and anything in life, you think about what the risks of doing something are and what the benefits of doing something are. And I think that in this case, the benefits far outweigh the risks.
Yeah, Greg, good job.
Conquering this will require a lot.
There you go.
He's always had them as a safety rope.
Good job, Pop.
Woo! Feels good to make it to the top.
Was it hard when they put it on? Did that hurt the most? Yeah.
The morning of the surgery, the climb starts again. The surgical team is now his safety rope.
Because that's what really counts at the end of the day, is keeping you safe.
The shaking is worse because he is off his medication. Elizabeth offers reassurance. And a halo is screwed into his skull to keep his head still during surgery.
He went to sleep.
There are questions,
You have no allergies to any drugs that you know?
jokes,
Like my haircut?
and a goodbye.
Be all right.
I know, you'll do great.
It's hard to let go.
Bye, Greg. It is bittersweet because I have him totally the way he is right now. But hopefully he'll be much better.
But their love is still steady in their most trying test yet.
I just want to be positive.
With photojournalist Matt Bell,
It's sort of a miracle.
Vita Urbonis,
The miracle happened today.
9 News. Sometimes in life, little things that grow over time mean the most.
We started dating in 1973.
Moments with those who stand by your side,
We're really in love for 40 years.
no matter what.
I love you.
It's the story of Greg Gerhardt and his wife Elizabeth. It's the morning of his brain surgery for his Parkinson-related tremors at the University of Colorado Hospital.
I know, you'll do great.
As Greg heads into surgery,
The miracle happened today.
the waiting game starts outside.
He's the better half. You know, he's the good half, the calm half. Yeah.
Inside surgery,
Yank on that chain.
the calm one is calm. Surgeons have opened a hole in his skull. He will be awake the whole time as they plant a chip in his brain. A screen separates Greg from the surgical team. A machine puts a very thin line into his brain.
I don't know if you can even see the tip of the microelectrode.
Neurosurgeon Dr. Aviva Abash says mapping his brain looks for any changes in his brain as he moves his hand, arm, and leg.
I have the patient move both actively, which is to say that he moves his hand, and then Dr. Krepetskaya is having him flex and extend as well.
That static sound is his brain activity.
When we identify a motor response, it sounds like this. We found cells that are firing synchronously with his tremor, and we've also found cells that are uniquely responding to those movements that Dr. Klepetskaya is asking him to perform.
After the mapping, Dr. Abash puts in the actual electrode in his brain. So far, things look good. They are able to make the tremor stop, but it is only temporary. His tremors must return for now because Greg needs time to heal. The final test is still weeks away.
Was that him?
Hey, Dad.
There's Greg.
There is relief for Elizabeth and their son Grant.
See ya.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
You look pretty great for just having brain surgery done.
Yeah,
huh?
man.
You feel pretty.
Yeah, my leg's a
feel
little
good?
shaky, but
Yeah.
other than that, everything's great.
Yeah.
So how do you feel right now?
Tired and a little bit hungry.
As the days pass, Greg's hunger is to get out and enjoy life. He and Elizabeth are cross-country skiing in Crested Butte.
We take the cross-country skiing at a moderate pace right now, so it's not been too strenuous.
Just days after the surgery, he is still shaking and wondering.
I'm not sure what to expect completely about how successful it's going to be. There's a little unknown factor there.
And finally, the day comes.
Good to see you. How you doing this morning?
Back at the University of Colorado Hospital in Aurora,
Today's the day.
a tiny computer implanted in his chest is being programmed to stop the tremors. The goal, the pacemaker will send signals to his brain that override the tremors. In an instant, Greg's hand goes from this to this.
Oh, wow.
It is no small thing to see the love of your life transform back right before your eyes.
You don't feel any side effects? I'm always emotional. Huh? You feel that, really?
In addition to the tremors, I drool less, I speak better, I have more emotion, I swing my left arm.
That one little moment changed everything.
It was just very emotional to see. But he looked like he did 20 years ago. Just very radiant,